the #1 transformational leadership coach asks the question. The answer is I am the way I say I am, and I am delighted. I am grateful. I am powerful, and I am present. And Gio, we're engaging in a awesome question this morning, aren't we? And the question is, what could you be resisting that is impacting your whole life? You know, and when you hear the question, the first thing that could come to mind is, what on earth resisting anything? Whether I know what he means by resisting, I'm not resisting. Well, consider this. Whatever's happening in your life that you say shouldn't be happening, consider that's. I'm writing a book and it's taking way too long. I don't like that. I wake up in the morning. I love sleeping on my side, the right side. But when I do that, my right shoulder hurts. That shouldn't be. You know, the way things are in Haiti, where I'm from, I don't like the way they are. And I say that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that way. Consider if there's anything in your life that's happening that you say shouldn't be, you're resisting. Now, take a moment, have some fun in the chat, and post some of the things you can see now that maybe you're resisting. Go ahead and do that. Gio,
Yeah, in other words,
you're resisting.
Yeah, no, in other words, Saurel, because your signal was in and out, Saurel. Type in the chat, what's happening in your life that shouldn't be happening? Go ahead and type in the chat. What's happening in your life that should not be happening? As Saurel was pointing to.
COVID, says Rose. Now, on Facebook, go ahead and type in the comments, what's happening in your life that shouldn't be happening? And the next stage is, when you say that it shouldn't be happening, whatever it is, X, Y, or Z. For Rose, it's COVID. For me, it's the way things are in Haiti. When I say it shouldn't be happening, I'm resisting. I'm resisting that very thing I say shouldn't be happening. And there's an impact in my life, in your life, for resisting. In other words, I want to ask you this question. Given that you're resisting what you're resisting, what is the impact of living your life resisting what you resist? Gio, when you and I were creating this yesterday, you had an answer to that question. What is the impact of living your life resisting what you resist?
Yeah, let me look. So let me see what's happening in my life that I'm resisting. No, what's happening in my life that shouldn't be happening, that I don't think should be happening, right? So there's a lot of things are happening that shouldn't be happening. There is the impact of the way the marketplace is for me right now. So COVID shouldn't be happening. The way my children act sometimes shouldn't be happening. My well-being shouldn't be happening. Wherever there is a complaint in my life, I can see that I'm relating to it as it shouldn't be happening. Right? I can see that. I can relate to it that way. So now with your question, Saurel, tell me the question again.
What is the impact on you of living your life resisting what you resist.
Mm. Yeah, so what is the impact in my life resisting what is so? Resisting what I resist. Well, it feels like carrying 1,000-pound bowling ball everywhere I go. That's kind of like how it feels like. Like, I can smile my way through life, right? Like, hello, good morning, right? But then there is the impact on my everyday life. Like I'm carrying around this 1,000-pound bowling ball everywhere since I am resisting something that is actually happening. So that's kind of like the impact of it. And then there is forcing people in my life to be different. So there is an upset sometimes, right? So that's the impact, Saurel.
And the other impact I see for myself, Giovanni, and I'm inviting you who are in the studio audience on Facebook to look. When I am saying that something that's happening in my life shouldn't be, I get, even if it's a low level in the background upset, I am upset all the time. And I'm walking around that it shouldn't be, and I want to fix it, yet I can't. So I am frustrated like crazy. And I get completely blind regarding what I know to do and what I want to do because I'm stuck dealing with this upset that's always there. Now, the biggest impact I also see in my life in some areas, Joe, is that way of living my life has become so normal and so familiar to me that I don't even relate to it as upset or frustration anymore. It's just the way my life is.
Yeah, so great. I don't relate to what's happening as I'm resisting it. Like I'm resisting something. No, I don't relate. I don't walk around actually with that kind of awareness. Ooh, I'm resisting something. I walk around with, of course, I should be upset about this. Of course, this shouldn't be this way. Hello. Of course, you should be different. You should think differently. You should act differently. I'm not resisting you. You are wrong. That is wrong. I'm not resisting anything. It's just wrong. That's how I walk around in life. That's how we walk around in life.
And that's the nature of resisting, right? Everything that I am resisting, I make wrong. And guess what? As I'm saying this, I'm looking, oh my God, there is nothing inherently wrong with what I'm resisting. Nothing. It is wrong because I'm saying it's wrong. So in this conversation, Giovanni, there is the opportunity for you and I and others to, in this little space where I can declare that what I'm resisting, whether it's COVID, what I'm resisting, whether it's the nature of my job, what I'm resisting, whether it's the relationship I have with my coworkers, what I'm resisting, whether it is what I said I would do that I haven't done, and I'm sick and tired of the current results I'm getting, whatever it is only wrong because I'm saying it's wrong right now.
Mm. Yes,
So
that's difficult to get, Sorel. That's really, really, really difficult. I say you've got to say that again. You've got to say that again
well,
because the big question is, what could I be resisting that is impacting my whole life, right? So that's a big question, right? What could I be resisting that is impacting everything in my life? My relationships, my business, my future, and the future of those that I care about, right? Like that kind of a question. And you're saying if I hear you correctly, Saurel, that the inquiry is that everything I inherently say it's wrong, it's not. Now, let me say it differently. Everything that I say is wrong, everything that I am complaining, everything that I am resisting is not inherently wrong. You know, like the way my business is right now, it's not wrong. The way my relationship is right now is not wrong. I say it's wrong, but it's not wrong per se, not inherently. The way my well-being is, my lips swollen from an allergic reaction, it's not wrong. On my way to the hospital yesterday, it's not wrong. I would say it's wrong, but it's not wrong. I'm saying is that, right?
And when I can be present in a given moment, catching myself saying something is wrong, I can then say, oh, I'm resisting this. Yeah. You know, subtle, right? The internet where I'm sitting is a little shaky, and I just caught myself making it wrong. Like I'm resisting the quality of the signal where I'm sitting. So there is an easy way for you and I to catch ourselves resisting. It is to just look and see, what am I saying shouldn't be right now? And what am I blaming or making wrong? Or who am I blaming or making wrong? So I'm not just resisting things, I'm resisting people, I'm resisting relationships. And sometimes I'm resisting myself, like ways I am that I shouldn't be, things I do that I shouldn't do, or things I should be doing better that I'm not doing. All of that is resisting.
Yeah.
So, Gio, you know, maybe access to having a breakthrough in what I'm resisting is seeing that what I'm resisting is only wrong because I say it's wrong.
That's a big thing. Now, my brain, Sorel, works in a particular way. There are, like my brain would say, but there are things that are wrong and I need to change them, right? But there's this little epiphany that only a few ever get to experience. That which you make wrong, you can never make a difference to. Because
Oh
you don't
my
have
God.
options. You're always reacting to it, right? I don't have options if I'm reacting to it. That which you resist, that which you make wrong, you can't make a difference to.
And you know what's funny, Giovanni? I find myself continually complaining, continually making that which I'm resisting wrong. And I'm wondering if I keep doing it, maybe there's something I'm getting from it. You know, like I go around complaining. And now that I get this epiphany, and I know that complaining won't make a difference, resisting it won't make a difference, yet I keep doing it. So maybe, just maybe, and I want you to just check this out for yourself as you're listening, right? What I resist are the things happening in my life that I say shouldn't be happening. And how I get to see for myself that I'm resisting is that I'm saying whatever it is wrong. It shouldn't be. Yet I keep saying it. So maybe, Gio, I keep saying it because I don't want to grow up.
Yeah, so great. I don't want to take responsibility for what I am making wrong. It's a possibility, right? It's such an inquiry. It's a place to stand that is very powerful. For example, I have a friend of mine who I dearly love, completely dearly love, who has a different political view than I do. Very different in a certain area. right? In a specific area, very profoundly different. So I can complain about him, I can make him wrong, but the whole time I'm complaining and making him wrong, I am avoiding responsibility for the opportunity of our friendship. The whole time. I am unwilling to look, unwilling to see what it is that our friendship is the foundation of, what it is that we do have in common. And I'm unwilling to recognize how unwilling I am to hear him. So maybe what you're pointing to, Saurel, is very powerful. Everywhere where I'm resisting, I am avoiding responsibility. And I love it.
And I'm going to keep complaining so I can justify not growing up. I'm listening to you, and it's like you say you want a relationship that really works with your friend, right? And yet, and your unwillingness to grow up about it and take responsibility for producing the relationship you want, do you end up like blaming him and wanting him to be the one to take the steps to make the relationship right? What's your relationship with him like?
The relationship, it happens in this way. Listen how smart I am, okay? This is how it happens. I look for audience, other friends in my conversation that they agree with me. And then I look for evidence for my conversation, right? I look for audience and I look for evidence. And then I dump it on him. And then there is no relationship, right? Because guess what he's going to do? He's going to look for audience and he's going to look for evidence for his own point of view. And then he'll dump it over here. And
Oh my
that
God.
is, and I'm like, I'm smart, no relationship, no love, no affinity, right? And I could say the same thing for the business, right? COVID, the impact. Well, it's hard, life is hard right now. Let me look for evidence. Oh, and then let me look for friends and avoid the responsibility for reinventing my life, reinventing my business. So it works in everywhere.
So it's as if, Giovanni, that when I'm resisting in a relationship, I'm not in the relationship. What's in the relationship is my resistance versus the other person's resistance. And God, when I look, given how much I resist as a human being, unless I'm having this conversation and creating for myself moment by moment, catching myself saying it shouldn't be, catching myself making something or someone wrong, the only life I get to live is a life resisting and justifying my resistance. And
and the impact of that, which
yeah,
is, it's really, it's a life of a lot of suffering.
yeah.
A lot of suffering. Yeah. So the opportunity of this conversation is, and then let's open it up for other people to jump in and get your what you guys are seeing from this conversation. What could you be resisting that is impacting your whole life? What Saurel and I are saying here, that what you're resisting that is impacting your whole life is resisting. You are resisting. There is a place to allow, where you can come from. You can allow things to be. You can have a powerful relationship with the way things are and the way they're not. And you can allow them to be with your commitment to make a difference. It can all be in the same space. So that's what we wanted to create. I love to hear from some of you. What are you guys getting from this? What's opening up? Any thoughts? Jacqueline, Rose, Molly, Tyrone, and those of you on Facebook, Deborah. Toya, Harriet.
Grace Conright says, go ahead, Jacqueline.
So thank you all for this conversation this morning on resistance and what am I resisting? And I think that's a question I'm going to have to try to answer later today for myself. What is it that I've been resisting, especially since we've been in COVID and shut down? And how do I even feel about that? And it's something to really think about, resistance. Sometimes I may be thinking I'm resisting success, which that's really powerful in itself. That why would I resist success? It's here for me to have it. But yeah, I thank you for this conversation today, because I really have to think about that and where I am and what am I pushing away and out that is already mine. What am I resisting? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Rose, go for it.
Okay. I know, right? So, I'm looking, I'm saying, oh, I don't see anything. And all of a sudden it's just like right there in front of my face. So, I still don't feel 100% myself. Last year was not a good health year for me. I've come back a long way, but there's still an edge that's not, that hasn't been restored. And I'm resisting that. I'm resisting not feeling 100% myself. And in resisting that, I all of a sudden see, I could just call the doctor and say, you know what? When I was there 3 weeks ago, I said, wow, I feel so much better. But what I didn't say to you is, but there's still this edge and I don't know what to do about it. I didn't even pursue it with her. And I'm like, what had me not do that? And that's me resisting that margin. And what's interesting that I just saw in this second is I do that everywhere. If I'm writing a paper and it's not quite the way I want it, I resist that edge. Oh, it's not quite as good as I want it. So I wonder how many different places all over my life I resist my edges.
So
And Rose, there's something right there that I hear available when you say, I'm resisting. Like there's this declaration you make, I'm resisting. So what's now available when you say that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so that's what I've been saying, or that's what I made the declaration of that. And so I get that what there is there's a commitment. There's a commitment in the background, and what there really is for me to declare is what is there to do consistent with my commitment versus where I am? Where how I'm feeling in this moment or whatever. I am how I say I am. How many times have we practiced that? I am how I say I am. And what I can say is, I'm looking to see what there is for me to do to get that last edge. And that's where I'm standing.
Yeah. And just be with this too. And in the moment, in any moment, whether that last edge is there or not, when you're not resisting it, maybe being at peace, maybe being energetic, maybe living your life fully is available, even if what it is you see that you're resisting is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, great. Such a
Giovanni.
great interaction. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Saurel and Jacqueline. You know what I just got? You know, my girlfriend Manisha, she just texted me saying, "Hey, is everything okay?" You know, just kind of like checking up on me. And I said, everything is okay. And then there is what I resist.
Mm.
Because everything is okay. Then there is what I resist. I just got that. And you know, from yesterday's conversation with you, Saurel, I really feel like I had a breakthrough in my life in the world of resistance, given that I resist everything. And I noticed that I have turned my wants, you know, what I want in my life, what I say I want to, the things I want to finish, you know, I have turned my wants into my commitments. But something had sneaked up on me, and I never noticed until this conversation. I have turned my commitments into my have tos. You know what I have to do? And I've been resisting what I have to do. As a human being, you know, we resist what we have to do. And I couldn't, prior to this conversation, I couldn't get for myself why I have been resisting what I love to do. I couldn't get it for myself. There was no conversation that gave me access to understanding that I turn what I want, what I love, what I'm passionate about into a have to. And there is no have tos in life. Nothing you have to do, nothing you have to do. So powerful conversation, Saurel. Any last thoughts? And let's, you know, just share with a few folks about maximizing you.
Well, you know, that conversation, Gio, is at the core of maximizing you. You know, there is life on automatic, resisting everything. And then there's life in slices, right? Where there's a slice of now, right now, where I can be present to what I'm resisting. And in that moment, I have the opportunity to make my life and life around me as big as it can be and as expansive as it can be. And that's the context of maximizing you. So on December 5th, Giovanni, myself, and a number of other coaches from the Daily Huddle family are creating a conversation just for the family called Maximizing You. As a business person, whatever it is you're resisting, because here's the deal, right? You might say, I want to market my business and I know I need to make phone calls, yet I am not. Right there, there's a have to and there's a resistance. Maximizing you is designed to continue to peel the onion on what I am resisting and create the space where something you have to do transforms into something you are doing right now. Because, like Rose just did, you can face and acknowledge the resistance, your resistance, and be with it. Because the trick is it's so counterintuitive. It's not to be someone who doesn't resist. It is to be someone who is aware that as a human being, I resist resisting, and it's got me stuck. So join us to continue to expand the conversation, unfold it. Check it out at maximizing-u.com, and let's keep playing.
Yes.
Jacqueline, you've got the last word.
Just one thing. Saurel, you just said something that resonated with me, because sometimes if you continue to resist and resist and resist, you actually repeat and repeat and repeat until you no longer resist and you actually have it and it's yours.
Mm. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Giovanni, take us home, brother.
Very good. Thank you everybody for being here. It has been it's always the honor of my morning and therefore the honor of my life to spend some time with you guys this morning. Thank you for making the Daily Huddle an opportunity for us to engage in powerful conversations. Please go ahead and visit maximizing-u.com. If you're an entrepreneur, this conversation is for you. Go ahead and see the agenda of the day, how we break up 5 critical aspects of transforming your business, right? This is a very business day. This is a retreat for your business. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m., ready to rock and roll. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Go
gentlemen.
ahead.
Have a great day. Have a great day,
Bye,
all.
Pedro.
Have a great day. Have a great day,
Bye,
Jacqueline.
Pamela.
Thank you, Rose.
Bye, Maria.